Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net. Thanks again for watching. And it is Monday, the 11th of November. As always, the site's kept free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen. So when you come back and use the site, that's what keeps us free of charge. So thank you for supporting the site. Now, lots of talk in the news, of course, about Tropical Storm Haiyan, which, of course, brought such devastation to the Philippines. I've put together a musing about the storm. Lots of reports about it being the most powerful in history. No, it's not. As devastating as it was for human life and how dreadful it is to see those pictures coming out, we've still got to keep a context over how strong this storm was. And, you know, if we go around starting saying, well, this was the most powerful storm ever, what do we do when the next powerful one comes through? I think it really does a disservice to the people affected when we're running around calling it the most powerful. It wasn't. There have been strong ones in the past, but I think what this thing did do was just cause a huge tidal surge, which appears to have been the cause of such devastation out there. I feel so sorry for the people out there. It kind of makes you feel pretty helpless, doesn't it? Especially when we're watching these things from afar and seeing it on satellite and, you know, admittedly getting quite excited about the powerful aspect of the weather, you know, and what it can do. Well, actually, the result of that is the terrible pictures we're seeing on our TV screens today. Anyway, Haiyan is currently moving into southern China. It's, as we speak, becoming a much weaker feature. This is the latest track. It'll be the final track issued, actually, because as it goes inland over China, it's going to be weakening dramatically. But it's still going to go in, look, with gusts of 75 knots, so sort of 80 miles an hour. And it's in there now and has made landfall across southern China, weakening rapidly. Now, the problem we're going to see is tropical storm formation. We're watching another area southeast of the Philippines now. It looks like there's an area there conducive to development during the next 24 hours. This is something we're going to watch because it could be that this system comes in again and heads up towards the Philippines, almost having a second hit on the area. But of course, we'll keep a very, very close watch on that over the coming days and let you know how it develops. But back to the future, back to nearer to home, and I guess safer climes. It does make you appreciate our climate, doesn't it? And ECMWF here on the left, we've got the GFS on the right, 10-day means here, 7 to 10-day means ending next Thursday, the 21st. Oh, that just happens to be my birthday. And both of them, look, building this ridge in the Atlantic. There's a definite change taking place in the models. Detail is really hard to come by at the moment, and you're finding that run to run of the various different models are changing. But it looks as if, or rather they're varying it, but it looks as if there's a definite change in the atmosphere trying to take place. And what I pick out of that is when we see this 1, 2, 3, 4 ridges here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 ridges here. It's starting to get itself into a different pattern. Now, that could mean that we turn colder here. The result of that could be colder weather on the way here. Don't hold me to that just yet, but there are signs starting to show. In fact, the GFS ensemble is pulling down temperatures. This is for Glasgow for the next 14 days. You see the trend is downwards. Similarly for Birmingham, and also there for London. Look, the trend downwards in temperature is definitely showing there. As I say, models are varying. This is the ECMWF. This is how it likes to do things, okay? What it's trying to do is put high pressure here to the south of Greenland. This is by the 19th, so this is next Tuesday. It's trying to bring a trough down, look. And remember me telling you about the sign of colder weather is to look for this low down here across Central Europe and into the Mediterranean. Well, the ECMWF does that for the 19th. Then for the 20th, look, it's trying to build the high here out towards the west. It's trying to build the ridge in, which sharpens the trough down here. It encourages the low to move back west to here. And this is a cold northeasterly flow. It then leaves the trough in situ here, look, through the 21st. Have I mentioned that's my birthday? And pulls in these northeasterly winds, still staying cold across England and Wales. Now, the Canadian has a different take on it. It has the low down here on the 17th. It then tries to build the ridge out in the Atlantic, but it extends the trough here. Then by the 19th, it's just got the trough right the way through the country, makes far less of the ridge out west. And by the 20th, look, the trough is all the way through here. That would still be a cold pattern, but not as cold as the ECMWF, and by the 21st it's actually trying to split off two cold pools, one across the country, one across eastern parts of Europe, and still making it feel pretty cold, but not as cold. But what it is doing, and this is the key to this, look, it then builds high pressure up here towards the north and across Scandinavia, trying to get a block going. So what we're seeing here are the models trying to give us this first hit, this first taste of winter, and it's something that we're definitely going to have to keep watching, because the dates when it comes in, I mean, we're going to be looking probably a week today, week tomorrow, so we're talking about sort of the 18th and 19th before it gets in, and that's the time that we've got to be looking at. Detail at the moment, incredibly difficult, really difficult to try and come by at the moment. So I think we've got to keep our eye on it, just watch the way this thing develops. But there have been these signals, haven't there? For some time I've been telling you about this colder second half or last third of November, and the model's trying to point us into that. Winter looks as if it's gearing up to give us a first blast sometime next week. Of course, we'll keep you updated right through. So once again, though, thanks for watching weatherweb.net. Whatever you're doing, have a great day and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.